got this 55-inch Vizio. The model number of the TV is a E550I-B2. And what's happening is I'm going to turn it on. I'm going to plug it in. Alright. And there's actually a little white light right here that should light up as soon as you plug it in. Then it should go off. Right here. I'm going to plug it in. Light comes on, then it fades out. And a lot of people don't know about this TV. It does have an actual power button. That's it. No other buttons. It's right here on the back, on the left side, sticking out, very bottom. And I'm going to hit it. The white light should come on again. I'm going to give it a few seconds to boot, to reset. And then I'll hit it. Light is on. And once that happens, the picture and backlights should come up. So we don't have any backlight. The screen does not light up at all. I'll use my flashlight. I'm going to go right here, and I can see some actual words right here. It says inputs, component, signal, COMP, source. You see that enough of their ears? See? We do have some words on the screen. Let me know that we have some type of backlight problem, whether it be the backlights itself or some other problem. So we'll definitely check that out. Okay, just to verify the model number, this is a E550I-B2. I don't see manufacturer date on here, but it's probably manufactured, I'm guessing, around 2017, 2018. So, pretty simple. Just gonna take the screws. It's a regular #1 Phillips. Take the screws out of the stand first, pull the stand out, and I believe these are in sections, or maybe not. I remember this TV is kind of tricky to take apart once you take all the screws out. But, and the power button is the actual power button on this side, right? It's right here, but it's where the sticker is, but it's on the other side. Just a power button, that's it. Okay, I got all the screws out. They're all the same size. And don't forget about these screws down here in these soles. That's the very bottom. And it's been a while since I worked on one of these. But let me, see, gotta pry it up some kind of way. Leave from right here. Take the middle part off first. Oh, well, that's all we need to take off, okay? First thing I'm gonna do is identify my LED. My LEDs are hooked up at. Okay, so on this particular set we have a power supply board and an LED driver board, and the LEDs are obviously where we're going. These two plugs right here are actual LEDs going inside the TV. So what I'm going to do is these are obviously the MOSFETs here. We can tell how many lines there are, LED lines there are. It looks like there's 1, 2, 3, there's 12 lines, evidently. And let's just make sure that we are getting voltage across somewhere on that board across these drain of these MOSFETs here. Okay, so I'm gonna plug it in. Meters on DC volts. Now I should be getting some voltage on these FETs, whether it's on the return line or on the positive line. We should still be getting some voltage here on each line. So let me go ahead and hit the power. White light came up. and have absolutely nothing. With my extra LEDs, go to the actual plug, 0.8 volts, 0.8, 0.8. Let's go to my pins here, 0.9 volts. I'm assuming that should be at least about 20 to 24 volts. Let me go on my power supply. Well, first let's check and make sure that we have backlight on, which should be this pin right here on one of those test points. And I believe it is this one. And this one here. It's the same test points. Looks like test point 2. So let me see what I got. I do have 2.9 volts. So let's just unplug it. Just make sure that's the backlight on. I'm going to plug it back in. Jumped up, went back down. Just going through checks. Wait a few seconds when I hit the power on the side of the TV. And that jumped up to 3.2 volts. So that is the backlight on voltage. 2.9, 2.9. Okay, so let's see. I'm gonna go over here to my power supply and check around for some voltages. Got some inductors here, so these should be some power supplies. Okay, there is 20 volts there. Alright. So what the fuck is going on? Okay, let's see here. .7, 1.3. Here I have 20 volts. Let's go to this diode. This is obviously the standby voltage right here. This diode. Yep, it's 5 volts. Okay. So let's just unscrew this board, turn it around, and just a note, since this chassis is all plastic, I did have my ground lead on my meter right there at this wire. It's a grounding plug, so I have my meter right across the middle part of this wire. So I just unplugged these 2 plugs from the power supply. Okay. So let's look at this connector that's going to the LED driver board. And look at that. This actual connector is pretty much all the way out of the circuit. I'm just gonna actually hold it down, hold it even. All right, after soldering the first pin, and then we'll just solder them all. So I'm gonna go to this capacitor right here. We got a capacitor right there, that's the positive side. So it's probably going right here to one of this side. Okay, okay, so this line all of that is our plus voltage, our DC voltage going to our driver board, and this side over here should be ground. Okay, so let's line this up with our connector first. There we go. All right, get the holes in the boards. We now even know everything is flat. Screw it back in. Do not forget this. This will be the first screw I put in this board because the chassis is plastic, so this is the actual grounding screw. All right, so we don't want to blow anything up when we turn the TV on. Okay, these two here, plugged in this connector right here for my AC. All right, I got it plugged in to the AC, and I'm gonna go ahead, and the TV is on. All right, well, let's do it like this. Let's unplug it. Okay, I'm gonna plug it back in. I'm going to put my meter on the drain of the FET, of one of these FETs. So I got way more voltage already, right? I'm gonna hit the power. Well, there we go. Okay, we're back down. Okay, and what's happening is this is responsible for the dimming. Looks like as the screen changes, some of the LEDs will go, some of the lines will go dimmer. I do see some backlights. 9 volts there. 4 volts. 9 volts. 9 volts. And let's go to our actual plug. There's our 20 volts. All right. And I was going to be here on the other side too. 20 volts. Okay, guys. Looks good. All right, guys. I found the remote. So it looks like we are all set. This is going to be a nice TV for somebody Now let me tell you the story about this TV right here. She was actually given to me. So that's why I always say it's not good to always ask for a price and try to force someone to give you a price for a TV repair. Because what happened was, this lady called me up on the TV and she says, I got this 55-inch Vizio and it's not coming on. The light at the bottom comes on, but the TV does not come on, and I still had sound. She said, how much do you think it is? What could it be? I heard it was a backlight. I definitely told her that I had to look at the TV first, all right, and make sure it was the backlight strips. I said, if it is, it's $225. If something else, could be cheaper. So she set up the appointment. She calls me back a day or two after that and says, I want to cancel because I want to spend $250 on to get the TV repaired. I'll just buy a new one. She said, I don't want the TV. Come get it if you want it. I said, okay, fine, no problem. And so anyway, she left. I called her up when I was on the way out over there. She left on the front porch with the remote control, and I got it here, and it wasn't the backlights. Now see, I would only charge her about $135 just to start of that. All right, but that was people's decision. They always want a price, and then they always go with the highest price that you tell them, right? They always think like, okay, worst case scenario, and I always tell people it could be something less. Could be a loose wire, could be a bad capacitor, could be a bad solder connection. So obviously I wouldn't charge $250, because I know people set me up or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I don't do that. Let me quit talking. Well, anyway, guys, thanks for watching. And if you're interested in electronics, make sure you check out the course, The Art of Troubleshooting and Repairing Modern Televisions. But until then, I will see you guys in the next one. Big Dog out.